3 years ago, my sister, Lisa Torry Smith, was killed by a reckless driver in the middle of a crosswalk in a school zone, walking her 6-year-old son to school in Fort Bend County, Texas. The entire incident was caught on video from a house camera nearby. At the tragic scene of my sister's death, the sheriff of Fort Bend County, Troy Nehls, sympathized with the driver who killed my sister. My nephew was left injured on the side of the road, crying out not to let his mother die. Troy Nehls told reporters on the scene that the driver would be interviewed, but she never was. Instead, the driver was able weeks later to leave the country without ever being formally interviewed. The investigation and report by the Fort Bend County Police Department were slow, incomplete, and questionable at best. In the end, the driver was able to walk away from killing my sister without any consequences. The Fort Bend County Police Department, under the leadership of Troy Nehls, has permitted a dangerous driving culture of impunity, where reckless driving is not the exception. It is the norm. The streets of Fort Bend County are not safe for families, for children, for cyclists, for walkers, for anyone who simply wants to get outside without being in a car. My family and I have firsthand experience with the dire consequences of the poor leadership of Troy Nehls. We are not the only ones. Sheriff Troy Nehls arrested Karen Fonseca of Fort Bend County and intended to deprive her of her First Amendment right to freedom of speech for having a bumper sticker that he didn't like. In 1998, Troy Nehls was fired from the Richmond Police Department for a long list of violations, including destroying evidence and improper arrest. We cannot be sending someone to the United States Congress who does not know or understand the U.S. Constitution or constitutional law. We cannot be sending someone to Congress who has failed to protect the public. We need to be sending responsible, educated leaders with solid track records and moral compasses, Republican and Democratic alike, to the U.S. Congress. Troy Nehls is not fit for Congress. The great state of Texas is better than Troy Nehls and deserves real leaders.